As we all know, that tobacco has a relationship with Native Americans for over thousands of years. And a lot of times we're trying to find ways to reconnect to our ancestors. And smoking is not one of them. And seeing an image on a carton, for those of us that are lost sometimes in our culture, in this dominant society that is not our own, our elders never did that. I'm talking about 4 generations ago. They never depended on that. They depended on the world outside to take care of them. And it wasn't only tobacco, it was other herbs that was respected. So when they use imagery, I really get offended, because it's saying it's false. It's all false. It's a lie. It's something that they think you're going to believe. And for our youth to see, natural American spirit and thinking that that's the way it should be, it's not. We know the way, we just need to reconnect to it, and it's not through smoking.
I disagree with using headdresses, feathers, eagle feathers, or any type of native symbolism in selling commercial tobacco, because it's not what tobacco is used for in our culture. Not all Indian tribes use traditional tobacco or kinikinik, but for those that do, it's an insult to see our images used to sell commercial tobacco. Probably the worst thing is those natural American spirits, because we have younger, uneducated people, or even older, uneducated people using that product, thinking that it's more natural for them, and because it has an Indian head on it, they think this is a Native American product. It's not. It's commercial tobacco, and it's abused, and it's the farthest thing from traditional tobacco.
I think the use of their logo and the use of their name is misleading to a lot of people, because I think a lot of people I know who are not Native look at those images and think that they're Native-owned companies, because a lot of people who smoke know that you can get cheaper cigarettes on reservations, and that you can go to websites and get, Native cigarettes, from reses that are cheaper than anywhere else. So I think they see that imagery and associate it with us, even though on American Spirit's webpage it says that they're not Native-owned, and they don't really have anything to do with Native people, but they're inspired by us to put that logo on there and then use that name.
I don't really like it, because then it says that we smoke all the time, and we usually just do it for sacred ways or something to pray for and pray with and stuff like that, and powwows, and I don't know, it just sends out the picture that we smoke all the time and we get cancer and we do this, and most of it's not true. It's just another stereotype.
I'm going to 10th grade, and I'm enrolled Yakima Native, not Indian, and I go to Tapadish High School.
I go to Wapato High School. I'm in 10th grade, and I like to play basketball and football.
I like to play games, like to hang out, do a lot of stuff. Play some sports, I guess.
Some of my hobbies are I like to play sports such as football, basketball, baseball, and I love to go to powwows and dance, and I love to study girls. It's a pretty big hobby of mine, girls.
I like to play basketball, volleyball, a little bit of softball, but not really. Sometimes read when I'm really bored. Write down all kinds of stuff.
I like school. It's it's better than being at home, but still, yeah.
Better for what?
I play sports like volleyball.
I do nothing. I'm running the meeting.
Baseball. I can tell.
That's why. You can
basketball.
Play basketball, sports, basically any sports, and travel.
I do a lot of clubs, a lot of school clubs as tobacco prevention. Yakima Nation Youth Council, band, music, movies.
I have a 4.5-month-old daughter, so she pretty much keeps me busy these days, but I'm a big soccer head. I love soccer. I love to watch it, I love to play it, love to coach it. I love music and movies and hanging out with my family.
My hobbies are I enjoy playing basketball, I play softball, I like to work out, I like to run, play golf, play with my children, ride bikes, hike, go to powwows. I used to like chasing girls, but now I'm caught again. And I like to travel.
Well, my name is Stephanie Craig, and I work for the Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board within the Western Tobacco Prevention Project. And the Western Project serves the 43 federally recognized tribes in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho, really trying to provide prevention, cessation, policy development, support resources, materials to the tobacco coordinators at each of the tribes so that they are able and have the capacity to work within the local community.
Okay, my name is Karen Schmidt, and I am the Adult Tobacco Survey Specialist at Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board.
My name is Joe Law. I work for the Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board. I'm the Regional Training Coordinator for the Western Tobacco Prevention Project. I am Klamath, Siletz, and Northern Cheyenne.
My name is Amanda Wright, and I'm Klamath Choctaw. I am the Project Assistant for the Western Tobacco Prevention Project.
My name is Diane P. Boucher. I am Yakima Comanche enrolled Yakima. I work for the Yakima Indian Nation Tobacco Prevention. I am the program coordinator.
I'm Sherry Stoker. I work for the American Cancer Society. I run the Speak Out Youth Initiative in this area, and this is our Native American Speak Out Youth group that is doing this project, and we're very proud of them. We're very excited to be having this happen.
Well, our Native youth is to get our message out to other Native youth and help them prevent them from smoking, trying to get them to touch their own parents and make sure they don't continue smoking, get the word out, see what happens.
I'm Rosalind Sikikoptua. I'm 15 years old. I go to Granger High School. I'm Yakima.
I'm Mateo Reyes. Yeah.
I'm Betty Reyes, and I'm
My name is Jacob Jim. I'm involved in Speak Up.
I didn't say anything.
My name's Ernestine, and I go to Wapto High School. I'm going to be a freshman.
I just said whatever.
She said that 14.
All I said was it. Crystal. My name is Jason Alexander Logie. I go to Wapto High School. I am 15 years old, and I'm going to be in the 10th grade.
My name's Carmen Slam. I'm a part of the Yakima Nation tribe. I'm 12 years old and go to 7th grade at Toppenish Middle School.
My name is Nicole Seppa. I'm from the Yakima tribe. Go to school at the White Swan High School, and I'm going to be in the 10th grade this year.
I'm Josephine Umtouch. I'm 14. I'm Yakima, Navajo, and Hopi, and I'll be in the 9th grade.
I had the chance to work here. Well, I didn't know the effects of tobacco on our people. I knew it made money. But now that I've got this job, I took a lot of training and learned a lot of things from other people, and also those who are survivors of cancers caused by tobacco use, but tobacco abuse and secondhand smoke. So I feel that I learned a lot, not only through text, but also from research and just looking out and seeing the ills of our people that is related to tobacco use.
I got involved with tobacco prevention through my mom because she's the tobacco coordinator of the tobacco prevention program.
Well, I've only recently become involved in tobacco prevention the last 2 months, and I feel strongly about working in it because tobacco smoke not only is one of the biggest risk factors for disease, but it also really inhibits people from, doing fun things in everyday life like sports and, activities. It really hinders you.
Well, I guess my real interest was in public health, and there is really no greater public health issue than commercial tobacco. It affects so many different health conditions, be it diabetes, cardiovascular health, respiratory conditions. It is the #1 preventable cause of mortality and morbidity in the United States, and so if you really want to make an impact on community health, tobacco control is one way to do that.
I first became involved in tobacco prevention through grants through the state of Oregon back when I was a community health educator for the Klamath tribes. But there's also a personal interest in tobacco prevention or commercial tobacco prevention because my grandfather died of lung cancer caused directly by smoking Camel unfiltered. And I used to chew myself a long time ago.
Okay.
Why I got involved? It was introduced to me by my little sister. Yeah. And I got involved because my mom smokes, so a lot of my other family members smoke as well. So I decided, I guess I should prevent it because a lot of it causes cancer or anything else, and secondhand smoking. Yeah.
Because I'm with a family that does tobacco, and I think it's kind of wrong for them to do it. And I've had a couple of family members die because of tobacco.
Make it, find them over at
Through work.
When did I call and say I'm not going to be able to make
I worked with Diane.
You told us to especially.
And then I went to a couple of her meetings. And I thought it was kind of cool.
That was the first place you went.
I joined.
I got involved in tobacco was last year. My freshman year was when our school counselor, Lori Adams, called me in and told me about it. I said, yeah, sure, I'll join up and all that stuff. And I thought it would be pretty good just to go on my resume and all that stuff. And then it actually turned out to be pretty fun. I've been here since 3:30.
Okay, these are all done.
The name of our thing we're doing today is Operation Storefront, and we're going to selected places inside on the reservation to see who sells the tobacco, or who they sell it to, where's it located, and all the other stuff that goes along with that.
So we can keep track of what particular brand that you see most of. You might want to put it there. It has the names above. If you see any other, please write. You probably see a lot of the natural American Spirit.
Right.
Yeah, she did the whole report on it.
That's what we really want to document, is how much of that American Spirit stuff there is on the res, because this is the target audience. There isn't hardly any of that off the res. The Tri-Cities, you won't find that at all.
Or any other.
We did this Operation Storefront where we had a survey paper where you go in and you take down a number of ads and how many ads and if they have any underage selling, and they sell beadies or single cigarettes, seltzer, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Today was a fantastic event that the Yakima Indian Nation did, and it was the first time. It was called Operation Storefront, and this is where we gather information of establishment that is here on the reservation, and we took observation of what we saw, that is advertisement below 3 feet, because do you know any 3 feet people that smoke? Well, they want to make sure there is 3 feet people that someday may smoke. And this is why the advertisements are so low. So we wanted to do a survey of everything, all those that our Native people go to with their children. And we want them to see that this media is reaching them some way, somehow. So the kids took that reports of 20 different places out of 24, and it was fantastic. That was one of the major accomplishments the kids did.
I'm looking for signs that describe the children or have cartoons or special ads.
We talked with Tyson, who is the manager at Yakima, and he was very cooperative. He was telling us about the advertising that they do off-site in like powwow and with the schools and things, and how they differentiate, that they don't say anything about the smoke shop when they're advertising with the schools, and that they just say at the smoke shop, don't give any ads or any kind of specials or anything when they're advertising, like with the powwow and that sort of thing. But he was very cooperative.
I think today's project was quite a learning experience for myself and for the students. We did meet some bumps on those explaining about how we view our Native people buying tobacco products, but a lot of help was from the owners. They really want to know. We were surprised on how many places are really in check and are willing to help, not because they have to, but because they feel as if they're part of the community, which they are. They're not only gaining money, but that's also part of it.
Just surprising how much ads there are for tobacco at these stores. And some of them were actually really good. Some didn't have ads outside, like some stores do. And one store didn't have any ads at all outside and very little ads, like only 4 ads inside. So that surprised me.
Today we went to different kinds of stores that sold tobacco, and we saw where the advertisements were and how close they were to the ground and 3 feet and where they were located and all that. All those ones that we went to, they're pretty good. There wasn't that many. There was all those weak card and ID zones and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool because everything was tucked away in the back behind the counter and nobody can get to it aside from the people in the back.
There's hardly any signs up there, and then we went to Texaco,
Here's a couple.
and I did the exterior then, and there's like no signs outside. And that's cool.
That doesn't sound right.
Hey.
I've learned a lot that tobacco, the cigarettes, they contain like 4,000 chemicals and I don't know, like hundreds of cancers can come from cigarettes. About how many teens die a year from secondhand smoking. Just all kinds of stuff.
Is that today's?
I learned about sacred tobacco and regular tobacco and how they use it and how the effects are when your jaw can fall off from chewing dip and all that stuff. It is so cool.
Okay.
That one day of training, I learned a lot about tobacco and how bad it is for you. And then being at the Speak Out meetings, meeting new people, doing different things.
And the differences between sacred tobacco, commercial tobacco, and advertisements and all that. It's kind of cool. How like 2/3 of all cancers are preventable, and just interesting little facts and stuff like that.
I learned that there's a lot of different ways big corporations will try to get their product across America, and through the little places they can say to make their corporation work. But other than that, I saw a lot of advertising. Probably took like a whole lot of money. There's about 50% of each convenience store or something like that with tobacco products. And so that's what I practically saw today. It was difficult to try to figure out all the different situations with tobacco prevention.
I would say that one of the major things that the youth have learned is to take responsibility. It's a big issue, but it's been really hard. And to take leadership within themselves with a mission. The mission that, and once they believe in that mission and have faith, they begin to move the world, move the earth, because they believe in what they're doing. So the biggest thing is they want something better for their future, for themselves, and for the future of their little brothers, sisters, and someday their own children. So just them having that backing them up, they are fearless and they're willing to go into the future strong.